Hello there, Monday evening. Welcome to North West Tonight with Roger Johnson. Thanks for your company. Our top story. The Liverpool councillor guilty of harassment. We hear from others who say they were victims of his poison pen campaign. Gerard Woodhouse could spend Christmas in prison when he's sentenced tomorrow. Also tonight, what next for the Egyptian king? Is Liverpool legend Mo Salah on his way out of Anfield after being dropped? Angry Ginge, the Salford TikTok star, is crowned king of the jungle after 3 weeks down under.
When he told me that he was going on there, I knew he was going to win it, because people will see what we see, just like such a likeable lad. And I've seen people when he was first going on saying, like, who is he? I don't know who he is, but they've all warmed to him.
It's that time of year again. Our first Christmas star for 2025 goes to the sisters bringing happiness and support to the families of children with additional needs.
And we've started the week off on a good note. Gorgeous scenes at the coast. Thanks, Chris, for sending that photo in. But we're ending with a storm overnight tonight. Do join me at the end of the programme. I'll give you all the details.
A former Liverpool councillor could spend his Christmas in prison for bombarding a former party colleague with anonymous hate mail. Gerard Woodhouse will be sentenced tomorrow after admitting harassing the city's former Lord Mayor, Christine Banks, with up to 100 abusive cards over 2 years. But now a BBC North West investigation has heard why some people believe that she wasn't the only target of a man who was lauded over the years for his work helping some of the city's poorest communities. Mark Waddington reports.
The light Gerard Woodhouse shone on poverty in Liverpool often made the headlines.
Does not have any extra income to provide clothing and toys. Also, her daughter has never had a Christmas tree.
But another side to the ex-Labour councillor emerged earlier this year when he pleaded guilty to harassing a former party colleague with abusive anonymous cards in the post, sometimes up to 5 a day. Now we've spoken to other people who believe they too were victims of a poison pen campaign by Woodhouse. Kay Davis says her mother received a letter when Kay and Woodhouse were both Labour councillors.
It was quite difficult to read that my mum had been the ovum of a devil. It was really hard to read, and that I was a disappointment, and it was awful. Sorry.
She was told by Twitter in 2018 that his profile was linked to an account that was abusing her online.
I took it to Mayor Joe Anderson numerous times. I sent him over 20, 30 emails saying, please help me, look at this, can you look into this? And it even got to the point where I asked if the council would pay for this to be investigated properly. And Joe said no, that public funds weren't used to, for things like that.
Mr Anderson has not responded to our request for comment. Kay later joined the Liberal Democrats before leaving the council. Michelle Langham was a Labour member when she began receiving anonymous typewritten letters in 2021.
This went on for about 3 years, that I was getting letters on a regular basis to my home address. And then when I opened my business, I started getting letters to my business as well. And it was every time these letters that had a typewriter font on the envelope came through my door, I just felt sick in the pit of my stomach because I knew it was going to be an offensive, nasty poison pen letter.
Labour decided not to stand Woodhouse as a candidate again in 2022 for reasons it hasn't revealed, but his anti-poverty campaigning kept him in the spotlight. In 2023, he posted this letter on Twitter, apparently from a child at his food bank. But the handwriting rang alarm bells for former Labour campaigner Kevin Robinson Hale.
It was a letter, I think Gerard said, was from a kid to Rishi Sunak at the time.
Posted on social media.
And I thought, well, I don't think I'd be getting hate mail from a kid like that, do you know what I mean? It was exactly the same handwriting as the one I got. I sent it to a couple of people who had heard that the same, and they confirmed that it was Gerard's writing, basically.
And here the word my, got a nice flick at the bottom of the M, and again the shape of the Y is similar between them.
We took the two letters to a forensic handwriting specialist whose expertise are used by police forces. So was there a match?
Well, I can never give a definite opinion because we're talking about copy documents here. But in my opinion, there is strong evidence that the same person wrote the 2 letters, and it's unlikely that 2 people were responsible.
The BBC has asked Woodhouse if he sent the letters to Kay, Michelle and Kevin, but he hasn't responded. And his recent conviction relates only to harassing Labour councillor Christine Banks between 2023 and 2025, when he said he was suffering from a severe mental health problem. But for those crimes, he could be facing a prison sentence of up to 16 weeks. Mark Waddington, North West Tonight, Liverpool.
Now, a year ago, fire tore through shops and flats on Main Street in Kirkby Lonsdale. Businesses were forced to close for months and homes were evacuated. Tragically, as you may recall, a well-known member of the community, 45-year-old shop owner Ben Taylor, died in the blaze. Well, today the town has been marking the anniversary, as Jonas Muller reports.
In Kirkby Lonsdale, there's a real Christmas feel and optimism after a difficult year. The Bumblebee Gallery's window display was judged the best. But here there's also a reminder of the town's loss. Amber Mackey says she would often see Ben Taylor in his shop window opposite. He was always smiling.
We miss Taylors terribly, especially Ben. And being right opposite, we have people coming and asking about it all the time, asking where Taylors are and reminiscing about the first time they bought a penknife. So Taylors is a much loved and hugely missed shop. They were a great family and sorely missed.
The building work continues after demolition and fire damage, but what has also appeared is artwork to disguise the scaffolding.
Businesses in this area, need to be considered. They've got the worst view in the world. They really have. So if we can make it better for them and better for the people that are coming to visit them as well, that's what we wanted to do.
It was awful, but the people of Kirkby are amazing, just very stoic and want to get on and move forward, and that's commended, really.
And is that what you're trying to get across in your artwork here as well, that spirit?
Yeah, it is the spirit of Kirkby, the bright, the cheerful, the quirkiness of people.
The Kirkby Lonsdale Fire Disaster Recovery Appeal raised more than £120,000 in grants, which were awarded to households and community groups. Over the weekend, the Christmas fair welcomed visitors, and there's a plan in place for the next decade.
It's bringing together the whole community and various organisations around Cumbria to try and put together a plan for the future of Kirkby Lonsdale. We're a very positive town, we've always worked well together, but we also know we need to do more to make the town more attractive, to get more visitors in and to help some of the people in the town.
Tonight, a memorial service was held on the first anniversary of the fire.
I hope when people see the memorial, yes, they will remember the fire, but they will also remember the response to the fire, which was just so amazing, the outpouring of compassion and that community spirit, which I think is what Kirkby's like. If we can hold on to that, always hold on to that, it'll be a community that can withstand whatever comes its way.
Kirkby Lonsdale has pulled together. The town has survived and is continuing to thrive. Jonas Muller, BBC North West Tonight, Kirkby Lonsdale.
A lovely town, and we wish everyone there the very best for Christmas. Now, the former footballer Joey Barton has been given a 6-month suspended prison sentence after being found guilty of sending grossly offensive messages on social media. The trial at Liverpool Crown Court heard that the 43-year-old from Widnes had crossed the line between free speech and a crime in his posts about the football pundits Lucy Ward and Eni Aluko. He also insinuated that the broadcaster Jeremy Vine was a paedophile.
This all started when I saw Barton abusing 2 female football commentators on X, and I just thought I had to take a stand. And then he started abusing me, and I think to myself, do I just let this carry on, or do I now have to fight back? And I took a libel case against him, which cost him, by his account, £600,000. So at that point, I felt I got satisfaction. The criminal case was an add-on, and now he's got a suspended sentence. So he should have learned his lesson, but I don't think he will have.
The family of a man who was killed by a falling tree branch say that they are positive that there will be changes in the law to help prevent such accidents. After meeting a government minister today, Christopher Hall died when he was hit by a branch while walking his dog at Wilmslow in Cheshire 5 years ago. The local council was fined because it had failed to investigate after another branch fell from the tree months before. Chris's widow is now calling for mandatory checks.
We're asking for Chris's law to be implemented to mandate tree inspections and tree strategies for all councils across the UK. So basically they have to proactively maintain trees in public spaces to avoid deaths like my husband.
Chris Hall's wife there. Now, from streaming videos in his Salford bedroom to being crowned king of the jungle, it's been quite a journey for the social media star Angry Ginge, who last night won the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Many are now predicting huge things for 24-year-old Morgan Birtwistle, who won 65% of the public vote to take the crown, as Anna Jameson reports.
The winner of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2025, and the new king of the jungle is Ginge!
The moment he probably never expected. Social media star Angry Ginge crowned King of the Jungle 2025.
When he told me that he was going on there, I knew he was going to win it, because people will see what we see, just like such a likeable lad. And I've seen people when he was first going on saying, like, who is he? I don't know who he is, but they've all warmed to him. My mum loves him now.
She didn't before?
No, she did, but she loves him even more now.
Born in Winton, Ginge's popularity grew by streaming gaming videos, with friends including chairman of Daisy Hill FC, Aaron Hunt.
No, I think you'll be seeing YouTubers and Twitch streamers and TikTokers and all sorts coming in now, because they're embedding themselves now in the mainstream media now. They're not just online anymore, and they're coming into the mainstream.
The ground, now called the Ginge Power Stadium, is where his under-18 side at Winton Wanderers play their games.
Evening, Gaffer. What are you doing here?
He wanted to come back. He'd played here as a child. Ginge really wants older lads to be recognised as having talent and being talented footballers, and he feels like that isn't something that is recognised amongst grassroots. Certainly since Ginge has come on board, we definitely have seen a rise in people that do want to play for Winton Wanderers, yeah.
What came first though, the orange in Ginge or the orange in Winton Wanderers?
The club came first.
Really?
We've always been orange for the last 30 years, but it suits him well, doesn't it? It really does suit him well.
Throughout the 3 weeks in the jungle, Ginge faced snakes, critters and his fair share of spiders.
I think the worst thing is looking at the football scores now.
Known for his love of Manchester United, it soon became clear how he got his name.
What? United 0, Everton 1. We've lost to Everton and drew to West Ham.
I'm glad it wasn't me that told him.
I'll be honest, I'd have rather not known.
We just live and breathe it. I mean, oh God, it's all just all the time. Me and him go to the games together, and the people that sit near us always offering him sweets to shut him up. When the old boys next to us give him a Werther's original, he's on for staying quiet.
Ginge was in the jungle with longtime friend and rapper H from Moston.
How'd you blow a candle out? How'd you blow a candle out?
Yeah.
He's blowing
No,
on
that's
the
how
fire.
you start a fire.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Is it?
It is. You need to give it oxygen.
Yeah, so you're breathing out CO2.
And with many saying the duo could soon become the new Ant and Dec, the future's bright and the future's certainly orange for Angry Ginge. Anna Jameson, BBC North West Tonight in Salford.
There you go. I'm sure you know him, and you've definitely got to know him over the last few weeks, but Morgan Birtwistle, Angry Ginge, is certainly one to watch. Right, from Angry Ginge to Ian, who's got the sport for us tonight. Mo Salah we're talking about, dropped by Liverpool after having a go at the boss. Ian, he was quite angry, and now he's been dropped from the Champions League squad. He could be on his way out, could he?
Well, possibly so. It's the talk of football, my friend. And no doubt Arne Slot will be talking about it at his media conference later this evening ahead of tomorrow's Champions League match at Inter Milan. On Saturday, club legend Salah was again benched as Liverpool twice relinquished the lead to draw at Leeds United. If all that wasn't dramatic enough, after the match, Salah told journalists he felt like he'd been thrown under a bus by Liverpool and that his relationship with Arne Slot has broken down. Julia Bold was at this morning's open training session at the Reds training base.
It looked very much business as usual. Both Mo Salah and Arne Slot were in the training session. Now, we understand that decision to leave him out of the squad for the Inter Milan game tomorrow has come with the full support of Arne Slot, and given the explosive comments after that game at the weekend, it was felt best that he was removed from selection for the time being.
Well, he said the same thing a couple of seasons ago when
Klopp was in charge when he wasn't playing, and he just doesn't like not playing.
If you're underperforming, you don't go in the squad. Somebody else has a chance. You know, that's football.
If Slot went, who would you get to manage the team? You know, he's won the league once, he deserves another chance. And I would hope both of them do not leave.
Liverpool face Inter Milan tomorrow in the Champions League before Brighton in the Premier League at the weekend. Then Mo Salah is due to go off with Egypt to the Africa Cup of Nations.
Ooh. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Manchester City closed the gap on leaders Arsenal to 2 points after their 3-0 win over Sunderland. Phil Foden got the final City goal. Everton also won 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, with striker Tierno Barry finally getting his first goal after 17 games. But things go from bad to worse for Burnley, unfortunately. Defeat at Newcastle was their 6th in a row. Tonight, Manchester United are at bottom club Wolves, still without a win. In the Championship, Preston North End drew with playoff rivals Wrexham after Harrison Armstrong's first goal for the club earned a 1-1 draw at Deepdale. But there was more gloom and doom for struggling Blackburn Rovers, who were 1-0 up on Sheffield Wednesday when their match was abandoned amid heavy rain. It's their second game to be abandoned this season, and they've been a goal up both times. More on the theme of abandonment shortly. It was FA Cup's second round weekend, and the third round draw is taking place right now. Hopefully Roger to my left will be jotting the relevant fixtures down if they take place in time. Macclesfield FC of the National League North are the region's lowest ranked team left after their 3-1 win at Slough yesterday. James Edmondson there with the pick of the goals. Wigan, Blackburn, Blackpool, Fleetwood and Salford also went through. In the Women's Super League, Manchester City are now 6 points clear at the top after a 3-0 win at Leicester, with 2 goals from Khadija Shaw. Everton did City a favour by beating second-placed Chelsea, Hanoka Hayashi, with the winner. Dominique Janssen's free kick gave third-placed Manchester United a 2-1 win over West Ham. Liverpool, though, lost at Arsenal and remain bottom. Now, in April 2023, Rochdale's 102-year stay in the Football League came to an end with relegation to the National League. 2.5 seasons on, Dale atop of the table and looking a pretty decent bet for promotion. But hindering their hopes has been a pitch so bad they're having to make a temporary mid-season stadium swap. On Saturday, it again proved less than rain resistant. You can always try to guess the outcome of a football match, but rarely will you predict an abandonment. Though Rochdale's pitch has long been susceptible to the elements, as the co-chairman explained before kick-off.
We've had some consultants in this year when the problems started again. Does nothing but rain in Rochdale, unfortunately, as well. And they've said we were unlikely to get through the season with the pitch. So the conclusion is that we've got to rebuild the pitch mid-season, which, as you say, is fairly unprecedented and quite a challenge for us.
So for the next few games, they're moving to Accrington Stanley's Wham Stadium.
It's a complex thing to try and find somewhere to play the games because you have to fit in with other people's fixture schedules.
And hopefully not too disruptive to the promotion push.
We hope it won't be too disruptive. We just need our support to get over there and make it as much of a fortress as it has been at the Crown Royal Arena this year.
But though the pitch hasn't helped Rochdale, it's not halted their rise to the top of the National League. Promotion, is that the thing, yeah?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, has to be. You know, I mean, you've got to have something to look forward to.
Is promotion on the cards this season?
Oh, I hope so.
Flying high at the moment, so the hope is obviously we get promotion and then League 2 next season.
Yeah, what do you think about the temporary move of stadiums?
It's a shame, but if it keeps the ground better, then it's all right for a couple of games.
Well, here come the teams. It's not a great day today. It's pouring down with rain. Hopefully the pitch will be fine. What unfolded next was the game that wasn't. Having gone a goal down to Southend, Dale equalised and eventually took the lead amid obvious signs of waterlogging. On 78 minutes came the inevitable.
Just let you know the game is suspended, not abandoned. The game is currently suspended here at the Crown Arena.
Everybody's doing their bit to try and clear the water off it. Can they get this game back up? A good effort, but it was all in vain. Match abandoned. Yeah, Jimmy, gutted for you. You're so close to 3 points and then it got abandoned.
It's been a farce for a few years. It's been a developing problem and the pitch has been declining year on year. There's a lot of rain, you know, there's a lot of rain. It would challenge a lot of pitches locally, but where we've been in the Football League and whatnot, you know, we believe we should have a pitch there. And we will do. that performs for us and gives us a chance to win games that we are by far the better team in all game long.
This morning, work was underway on the new surface. For Rochdale, it can't come soon enough.
No, it really can't. I've dried out now, and thankfully my ice-white trainers were undamaged by the rain/mud. Roger, he's talking about the FA Cup third-round draw. It's happening now.
Nothing particularly exciting yet, Ian. We're about halfway through. Everton, Sunderland, Liverpool, Barnsley, Man City, Exeter City, Port Vale against Fleetwood, Ipswich, Blackpool are going there, and Burnley are at home to Millwall. But the big one so far, Preston North End at home to Wigan Athletic.
Ryan Law manages Wigan, used to manage Preston.
There you go. See, that's the added value that you being an expert bring. Another one, Salford City against Swindon Town. Just come out. Ian, thank you.
We're on the money here,
we
I tell you.
Right across it. Full coverage on the BBC Sport website if you want to follow it. But don't turn away, because it's time now for the first Christmas star of the year. Once again, you have nominated some amazing people who make a real difference to their communities across the North West. So thank you if you've taken the trouble. We've read them all. We love them all. Tonight, the accolade goes to sisters Melissa and Linda from Liverpool. They opened a soft play area for the use of families whose children have additional needs, and they had very personal reasons for doing it. And as a result, they have transformed dozens of lives. Molly Brewer went to spring this year's first festive surprise.
It's been our saving grace. We just absolutely love it. We can actually sit and have a cup of tea and a chill because the staff get to know your children.
My little boy over there, Sonny, in the blue, he's come here, he's got more confidence.
We're able to just talk about whether they've slept that night, you know, whether they've had a meltdown. It means the world to me to be included in such a special place, and it feels like a family.
Welcome to Lumiere in Farsackley, a sensory and soft play area for children with disabilities and additional needs, and a place where every child is welcomed exactly as they are.
Elf, are you okay there?
It was set up by sisters Melissa and Linda. Melissa's son Jackson has Kabuki syndrome, a rare genetic disorder.
This is Jackson, the reason why Lumiere was started. Jackson, do you want to say hello?
Hi.
Do you want to tell them what your superpower is?
Kabuki.
Kabuki? Yay!
And off he goes.
I had to go through things that these parents go through on a day-to-day basis, so seeing them and seeing the way the children are here, it just means so much to me. So many times when we were on days out, parents were judged, and it just wasn't nice for a parent to feel judged. That was overwhelming for a parent, let alone a child that's having a meltdown because the environment wasn't built for them. Some people haven't even got respite for like an hour. So like we have parents that come in and they break down to us and say like they haven't got a sense of belonging, they're really struggling, really stressed. I'm here to support everybody that's in this room.
Families travel from the Wirral, Manchester, Chester, Newcastle and even London. Now those families want to give something back, and we were more than happy to help out.
So I nominated them because they make us all feel... Sorry.
Take your time.
And I remember coming here for the first time, and it was the first time that I didn't feel on my own, and it was the first time that I actually sat and had a hot cup of tea because they went and played with Luna. They are two unreal people.
Are you ready to give them the award?
Yes.
Right, let's go. Let's do it. You think we're here to film Lumiere, which is half true. The main reason we're here is because the families that you help have nominated you for a BBC North West Tonight Christmas Star.
Oh.
And here it is.
Stop it. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's amazing.
How do you feel?
I don't even know. I didn't even think, I honestly would never have thought that anyone's even like put us forward, but it's amazing.
And of course, the seal of approval from the main man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Molly Brewer, BBC North West Tonight, Farsackley.
Really well done to Melissa and to Linda. Congratulations. Our first Christmas star of the year. Lots more of those over the course of the next couple of weeks. Right, let's move on to the weather. Kay is here. Monday night, new place on the map.
Yes.
Courtesy of Paulina. Keep an eye out.
You know who you are. Do keep an eye out. You know what I'm like, I will forget halfway through. So let's keep an eye on the map. Weather-wise, goodness me, overnight tonight is not going to be pleasant, so let's focus on the positives. Stephen sent this photo in. Blue skies, mild. Temperatures are well above where they should be for this time of year. Janet sent that lovely photograph in Wigan. It was a fine start to the day. It's just not going to be an exceptionally fine start to the day tomorrow because we've got a storm heading our way. Thanks for sending those in. Follow me on socials if you want to, or better yet, become a BBC weather watcher and let me know what it's like in your part of the world. Now then, warnings are in force. Yellow warnings to cater for both the strength of the wind and for heavy rain as well. Storm Bram has been named by the Irish Met Service. We are looking at potential gusts in excess of 60, 65 miles per hour. So you can see it's piling in from the south. Not raining yet, but it will certainly do by the time we head overnight tonight. Clears quite quickly as we go through tomorrow, but behind it then showers, and that's when the winds are really going to start to pep up. And winds are a feature of the weather right throughout the week. So the odd shower still around. A lot of us will be dry, but then we start to get the rain really as we head over midnight. During the early hours of the morning, widespread heavy downpours. There is the potential risk of some localised flooding. And by the end of the night, gusts are going to be about 30 to 45 miles per hour. Those temperatures overnight are actually higher than they would be during the day. So exceptionally mild start today, cloudy, wet and windy. The winds are going to strengthen as that rain clears away. Behind it, we're looking at showers. That does mean that there will be some breaks for bright spells and we should become largely dry by the end of the day. Gusts tomorrow on the Isle of Man up to and above 60 miles per hour. Temperatures 16 degrees. The last time we got that high in the UK was back in 1921. Where we got 16.7 degrees. And you can see the oranges on the map indicating that it is going to stay with us as we head throughout this week. But it also is going to stay fairly unsettled. Wednesday doesn't look too bad. There will be some showers out and about, but there will be drier periods with some spells of sunshine. I've just remembered, Paulina, I did forget. I've remembered just at the second, Southport on the map. You're welcome. Every time.
I think we mentioned all the FA Cup games, bar these final few in the draw. Manchester United at home to Brighton, Blackburn away at Hull. This is the tie of the round. Macclesfield of National League North at home to the cup holders, Crystal Palace. That'll be a heck of a game. Good night.